Hey you guys, before I get started, I want to thank all of you for your prayers. Um, I know a lot of my longtime subscribers always are interested in like the things that are going on in my personal life too. So my mom has been in intensive care and it's been rough. It's been really rough. Her health is improving, which is why my spirits are lifted enough to do the readings for you guys. But you know, I've just been getting good news day after day, but that initial situation, and I'll probably give you guys, a little more detail, but I just for now want you guys to know that I'm grateful for all your prayers and that my mom is doing better. So thank you. All right. So, you know how I like to do. Go ahead and pause the video and choose which deck is resonating with you. And we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. All right. So we have the overall energy as the World. We have Princess of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man. We have the that's 7. 7 of Swords. We have the overall energy as the Chariot, the Ace of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. All right, so the overall energies, I kind of feel like maybe you guys have decided to put some sort of a barrier around you so that you can push forward with whatever is needed to be done. I feel like maybe at some point you were confused about something, or there was a lot of emotions that you could have been dealing with that were clouding your judgment. I feel that maybe you've been having to see things objectively. So, it looks like you've had to step outside of yourself almost and just like look at a situation in its entirety. And so doing that at the same time while guarding your emotions so that you can see straight, so that you can have one clear focus on, what you need to do. And it seems like that is what you're getting ready to do. You're getting ready to push forward and do something that might be very important. For some of you, this looks like possibly making a big move. Maybe something's going on where you're like, I've got to do this. Let me just pack up my things and just go. And it does look like you could be traveling, and maybe you're having to go someplace a little far. If it's not like cross country, it's still much further away than where you currently live. But it does look like you're like packing up and moving. It is time for you to let go of a chapter of your life and step into a new chapter. I feel like you are ready, or maybe you've been having to prepare yourself for some sort of closure. It does seem like you've graduated or fulfilled some part of your life, and it's just time for you to let it go. It could be the ending of a relationship, the job, and like I said, maybe your living situation, but I feel like you've outgrown a situation. It's just time to move forward. There could be some people in your life. I see this being played out in two ways. Either you're moving towards a water sign and an earth sign. Maybe these people have something to do with your new beginning. Or you are moving on from these two people, or having closure with them. Maybe even blocking these two people. This also could indicate that this is you stepping into a new, or embracing like a new side of yourself, especially emotionally. Maybe you're learning how to deal with your own emotions. Maybe it's something dealing with intuition, where you're just now stepping into your skill as being intuitive, learning how to be more intuitive. Also could be trying to ground yourself, or maybe focusing more on finances or health. Could be that you're in general tapping into more of your earth and water sides. I would also look at the birth chart and see what houses that you have earth and water in. Even if you don't have planets in those houses, it could be that it's time for you to focus more on water and earth energies in your chart. So maybe you have earth or water for fourth house, and so there's a need for you to focus on your private life or your home life, your mom, things dealing with if it career related, maybe things dealing with cooking, or something dealing with kitchen or something of that sort. Maybe you have, water or earth, eighth house. Maybe you're needing to focus on, transformations, unexpected events, hidden wealth, hidden potentials, just certain things of that matter. So, yeah, I would look at the energies of those houses. Now, after you step into some sort of new situation, this new chapter in your life, seems like you're still having to put things into perspective. Maybe you're looking at things differently. You also might see an earth sign or a water sign in a different light. I see you also becoming a little isolated, or keeping to yourself. Maybe you're trying to meditate. Maybe you don't want outside influences making decisions for you or getting into your head. Yeah, it just seems like you are going into some sort of retreat. You're isolated. Now, health-wise, something could be going on in regards to your health, where you're in the hospital. I would also look into the 12th house for isolated or hidden matters. And now I'm also seeing something from the metaphysical standpoint, as far as like astral traveling, lucid dreaming. So there could be something going on where you're going to be doing more astral traveling, or maybe there's something that has unlocked inside of you that allows you to do that. Like maybe you initially could not dream, or you could not astral travel. or do metaphysical things, and now there is something happening where you have access to do those things now, or understanding. You're like, okay, I suddenly understand how to remote view or astral project. Like something's going on where maybe things are unlocking within you. Speaking of remote viewing, there is a possibility that someone has been remote viewing you. If you're aware of it, maybe you've been trying to block this person's energy. Or if you already had this knowledge and you've been trying to do it to somebody, they might be trying to prevent you from, looking or peering into their lives. Now, it seems that whatever is happening in your life, the way you're handling it is in a secretive and or deceptive way. Going back to potentially moving, it seems like you're sneaking out, or you're doing something that is like kind of bending the rules. It could be that, let's say you have a lease and your lease doesn't expire for another few months, and you're like, I'm leaving before this lease expires. So maybe you just pack up your things and you leave out, without notifying the landlord or something. If you're quitting your job, maybe you're just not telling anybody. You're like, I'm not putting in a 2 weeks notice. I just know that I got interviewed at this place and I start work on Monday. I just won't be showing up to this place anymore. Maybe somebody is like just leaving a job in that way, but however you're moving, I feel like you're doing it in secrecy. Now, be careful too in regards to, I guess, your information, or, clicking on certain links. You just want to make sure that you're not being susceptible to hacking. I mean, it could be a literal thief around you, so just be cautious of that. So for some of you, this definitely could be like relocating, going away, traveling in secret. I'm seeing isolation again, and maybe wanting to do something alone or on your own. There's a sense of inner completion or inner fulfillment. It could be that you've completed some sort of inner work. Spiritually, it just looks like you fulfilled some sort of soul agreement or soul contract. And this was all part of your spiritual journey. If something isn't ending within the next week or so from the time of viewing the video, then it could be coming to an end the next season. So currently, for those of you that are watching the video, at the time that I'm giving it, the next season would be Capricorn season. But again, because I try to do timeless readings for the Pick a Stories, this from the whenever you're watching this, it could be for the next season. Maybe you're not going to see this until Capricorn season, and then from there you'll know the next season would be spring, so Aries season. So yeah, cardinal seasons, yeah. So I would look to that if there isn't anything happening within the next 7 days from viewing. Now, on a mundane level, it could be that maybe you are finished paying off like some sort of debt. Yeah. Either way, it's kind of like a fulfilled contract or an agreement. Now, let's see here. If there is a new person coming into your life, there's a strong possibility that you guys would be like attached or codependent. It could be an obsession with each other. You could be dealing with someone who is very possessive, or this person is bringing out those type of qualities in you. Maybe you're normally someone who lets people be, free-spirited, but this person is bringing out your possessive side or your controlling side. Also, if this is a sensual or romantic attraction, this person could be activating that primal lust within you. Maybe you're normally very conservative, or maybe you don't make such a big deal out of sex and things of that nature, but when you get around this person, all of a sudden you just feel like you want it all the time. It's just like really intense. So romantically, you could be connecting with someone who brings out like a lot of intense emotions. If this is not romantic, although you just are completing some sort of chapter in your life, it is possible that you're about to enter into another karmic situation. It's just like, okay, you finish that, but now you have karma with this person. It needs to be fulfilled. So it's kind of like walking into another karmic situation. Again, it doesn't even have to be romantic, like I said. Maybe it's your job that will be a little bit karmic. Just dealing with a lot of burdens. Also, regardless of what this is, whoever this is, I feel like you're going to have to set boundaries with this person. You can't allow them to just consume you. Yeah, you're going to have to learn when to say no or when to put your foot down. There could be some sort of frustration or conflict that you're having with an earth sign. If you're not having conflict with an earth sign, then it could be some sort of conflict with your finances or your health. It seems like something is being blocked. Or you keep running into the same problem. Something seems to be a catch-22. I feel also like if you're trying to do something the right way, or you're trying to be diplomatic in a decision or anything that you're trying to do, you're trying to do it right, you might start to feel like being right doesn't work, being fair doesn't work, and you do something that leads you to this Seven of Swords, the deceptive way, the deceptive route, by any means necessary, like doing whatever you need to do to look out for yourself because you've tried to do something the right way, but because that wasn't working, you're like, okay, now I gotta lie, now I gotta steal, cheat, like, and I don't mean to, I'm not encouraging that. It's just that that's what I'm getting, is that, maybe now and that's too what you might be looking at in a different light. You're like, maybe I'm starting to see why people do these type of things in a different light. I see why people have to cut corners, or I see why people have to go around the law. Like, you're starting to see things differently. Also, in regards to dealing with your spirituality, maybe you have been straddling the fence about spiritual beliefs or spiritual practices. You're just starting to see something differently. Okay, I feel like there is a sense of rejection or feeling like an outsider, I don't know, or misunderstood. I do feel like there is a lack of something, and trying to figure out how to fulfill that lack of something. You're like, what do I need to do? It does look like that void will be fulfilled, or like the answer that you need is going to come to you. I'm also seeing like a loss of faith being restored. If something about your situation has been stuck or stagnant, like you've been left in suspense, it's like good that that happened, because now you've had time to think. Now you know what to do. If there's something that you've been holding on to, something that has been like dead weight, I feel like you're starting to understand what that dead weight was, or what was holding you back. And you can let it go. Something could have been breaking you financially, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to let this go because I can't afford it anymore. Okay, I'm just again seeing something about, okay, I feel like maybe this could be coming from the perspective of someone who is keeping tabs on you or doing some of that remote viewing. You might feel that person in your energy from time to time. Like you can feel whenever that person is lurking, like you can feel it. Um, Maybe you thought you escaped someone's energy and then you start to feel it again. Okay, this part just seems to keep talking about someone who's lurking that maybe you tried to disconnect from or cut off from. And this person is like, I found you, or you can't cut me off. Mm, Also, in regards to being feeling like you were locked into an agreement, like I said, it just seems like you're able to find a way out of this. Maybe you found, what do you call it, a hidden clause or a loophole, and you're like, oh, I'm walking right out of this. Yeah. You might take advantage of some sort of hidden clause or loophole. It seems like you're able to escape some sort of situation or responsibility. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, overall energy, the Wheel, Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so feels like maybe you're experiencing some sort of shift, or you're currently going through some sort of ending and walking into like a new beginning, or at least that's what you're trying to do. I'm getting a situation that looks like it's stuck though. Like you're supposed to be moving, but you get stuck. Maybe it's, you're trying to travel, or maybe it's just being blocked. I don't know. Something seems like it's blocking you from some sort of changes. Or you move into a situation where now you just feel like, okay, like now I feel squared in. Even if you do feel that way, I feel like you're going to be released from this blockage or delay or whatever this is. Now it also looks like you're holding on to a secret, and at some point you're going to share this secret or the truth of something that's going on. You might have some money coming in and then not want to talk about it, because this is also about abundance, your overall situation. Yeah, you could be having abundance coming your way, or just a change in fortune. I mean, it is possible that maybe initially there seems like there's been some sort of financial block, and then all of a sudden you have abundance of it. You also might be keeping something quiet or secret until you get your share, or until you see if something worked in your favor and you're like, okay, I don't want to say anything until I tried it out, or until this happened and blah. And now after you have yours, you're like open to telling people about something because it worked for you. Or yeah, you could be gatekeeping on some sort of information because you're like, I'm not gatekeeping because a flood of people are going to find out this information and I just want to make sure I get my share first. I get my share, then I tell you about it. You know, it could be something like that. So yeah. So what I'm also seeing is that you could be dealing with a sense of security. Like, I don't know if initially you didn't have that, but it's like now you do. If things have been, you know, kind of hectic or unstable, I feel like you're moving towards stability. This could be a stable relationship that you're entering. In fact, if you're already with somebody, that's what it would looks more like. If you're already with somebody, maybe something's been going on where it's like it's getting down to a critical degree of this relationship. There's something, it's a critical point. Like, this is the part where we go our separate ways, or we, establish what we are, or decide that we're going to move forward together. And so I kind of feel that an established relationship is now maybe ready to make it known to everybody, like, okay, everyone, we're official, we're engaged, or we moved in together, we're married now. Like, something's going on where you're making something maybe known that was not known to everybody, or you have like a title and you know where you stand with somebody. You also may have felt like your significant other was trying to prevent you from meeting their family, and now they're like, okay, you can meet my family. So you could potentially be meeting their family for the first time, or maybe you're introducing them to yours. Now, also in regards to family, there could be some sort of expansion happening. I mean, it could be like a newborn or something, but it looks more like maybe someone coming to visit or move in permanently, because it's like expansion. And if somebody is moving in or visiting, it seems like they're coming from a distance. Now, I don't know, I kind of feel that maybe someone has experienced flooding or something disastrous. So you could be welcoming family members who lived in a disaster area, especially like what did we just have, something in the Carolinas and Florida. So it's possible that either you are a family member providing security for other family, or you are a victim of these storms and you're the one that is being ushered in to stay with family. If it is not family, it could be shelter, but it's either way, it's still giving you security. Now, also, I don't know why, but sometimes I just get the energy of Italy when I see this card here. So I don't know if there is something significant in regards to Italy, like you're moving to Italy, or something in regards to your Italian bloodline. Maybe it's just something about somebody having an Italian last name, or maybe something was you work for an Italian company, but I don't know. Something about Italy always stands out to me. Um, yeah. For some of you, there may be something significant in regards to hotels and restaurants, hospitality. I don't know if that is the type of business you're going into, real estate, property management, things of that nature. Um, it does, I am getting like hotel lobby vibes as well. Yeah. You could be getting ready to start some sort of a business. Um, Hospitality, something in resort and hospitality. You also, if you're already into divination, you might be trying new forms of divination. Oh, okay. So, my apologies. I said Ace of Swords. Um, this is actually the Magician. So, something's going on where you are multitasking, or you're able to, you're doing several things at once. Like you're like, okay, I got this going on, I got that going on. It could be that you have like different streams of income coming in. Because I was so focused on that sword, something may have to do with communication. So it could be you going into advertising, PR, something about marketing and advertising could be standing out as well. Maybe that could be like a meal ticket for you. Also entertaining, or going into the entertainment field. Some of you could be starting off in that, or going into that industry of entertainment, whether it's performing, singing, dancing, any type of performing arts. An opportunity for you to go into that could open up for you. I'm starting to see like a lot of people with their eyes on you. People are going to be asking you, how did you do it? They're like, how did you do that? How did you get... And like I was talking about the gatekeeping, like maybe it's a reason you had to gatekeep. You're like, I don't want to tell people that I got the part until, I sign a contract, or, something's going on where people are asking you, how did you do that? Or how did you get this? How? Now, also in regards to relationships, your relationship could be run like a business, or you're in a relationship for security, reasons of security. But at the same time, it's like, maybe they're in it for a reason. So you're both getting what you want. I'm feeling like somebody was blocked and now they're not. Or you block somebody, but it doesn't matter because they're going to find a way to communicate or interact with you again. Um, I would not be surprised if someone creates like a fake profile so that you can start interacting with them. Mm, I keep hearing someone singing lonely. I'm lonely. It's like from a song though. And it could be someone that is hiding the fact that they've been lonely. Someone that has also been keeping up an emotional barrier. I feel like either you are going to break through their emotional barrier or someone is going to break through yours. Or if someone has a hard time trusting people, somebody is able to break through that barrier. It's like, how did you... And it could be a curiosity of like, how, I don't know why I trust you. Like, what did you do? Because I don't trust people, but I trust you. Somebody might assume that you've done some sort of witchcraft or spell work to them because they are so trusting towards you. I feel like initially someone was unwilling to open up or allow themselves to be vulnerable, or someone initially was like, I don't want any friends or no new friends. And it's just like, okay, I told myself no new friends, but I like you. And so there's a possibility that you could be making a new friend or bonding with someone because you just kind of get each other. But definitely somebody that you blocked is going to find a way to start interacting or communicating with you again. There may be something significant in regards to a water sign, especially Scorpio, that comes into your life or is somehow transforming your life. I'm also getting the energy of someone who just got out of a relationship, or someone is like newly single, so they're open or they're looking. Or maybe it's not, well, no, it feels like newly single. Feels like newly single. I feel like maybe initially somebody was like, I'm done with love. And then it's just like, oh, I thought I was. Yeah. Seems like you're also anticipating something new, or you're anticipating some sort of good news. There is some sort of changes that are coming towards you, and I feel like you're excited about these changes, whatever they are. Okay, so I see one of these situations where either you feel like an outsider looking at the life of someone else, maybe wanting the life that they have, whether it's their relationship, their money, their house. You might be feeling like just like one of the have-nots. If it's not you, then somebody is looking at your life in that way. They're like, dang, I don't have this and I don't have that. It's not fair. Mm, yeah. Now, if you were in a situationship, there is a strong possibility that maybe this person has blocked you because they're trying to focus on their relationship that they've been in for the longest. Maybe they feel more secure there. They're not willing to let it go. Even if they're not truly happy in that relationship, they have the security that's needed, whether it's financial or this person puts up with their shenanigans more. Is, I feel like that person might be blocking you, or you haven't heard from them because they're trying to focus on that particular relationship. I also kind of feel like somebody complains about being in a toxic relationship or an unhappy relationship, but yet they stay in it. But they're always telling you how unhappy they are, and you might feel like, well, why do you, stop talking to me about it? And, obviously you like it because you're in it. Somebody keeps giving mixed signals as well. Um, One minute they're interested, the next minute they're not. Uh, One minute they want to be in a relationship, the next minute they don't. Mm, hmm. If you are suspicious of someone being bisexual, they probably are. Uh, I don't know if they've come to terms with this themselves or that they have, but they just don't know how to share that with you. Or they keep trying to tell you indirectly that they are in hopes that you will be more accepting to them coming out as bisexual. I kind of feel like maybe someone is worried that they'll be judged as just being, when you say you're bisexual, people are like, oh, no, you're just gay. This person might genuinely be bisexual. And they're just like, no, people are just going to say I'm gay, but I'm truly bisexual or fluid. So yeah, I feel like somebody might be trying to indirectly share that. One last thing is that I get either you come off as having multiple personalities, or you're dealing with someone who does. Even if it's not romantic, you're just like, man, this person just keeps switching up. All right, so let's see what messages there are for those of you that picked deck number 3. You've got the Hanged Man, 6 of Swords, 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Tower, overall energies, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance and Six of Wands. All right. Kind of feels like you've been trying to establish some sort of balance in your life. Maybe you've been having to be patient with your situation, whatever's going on. Seems like you're also trying to ground yourself and make sure that you're optimistic, but at the same time grounded in reality. Like you want to be balanced. Physically, there could be something going on where you've been recovering or healing, whether spiritually, emotionally, physically. In regards to a love situation, I feel like there is someone that you're connected to telepathically. Like sometimes you and this person are like tapped into each other's energies, and like you're exchanging messages with each other. Maybe you can feel it. I feel like somebody could be trying to channel to you or get your attention in some way. Maybe someone is trying to show you that they love you telepathically. Feels like you're also being guided, or you're having to trust your guides. Whatever's going on in your life too. Maybe you feel like you're in between, or like your foot is halfway in, halfway out of a situation. You're just like, I don't know, what to do or where I stand. And so like your whole situation is on a fence, and you're just having to play it by ear. I do feel like things are calm and steady, and then there's going to be some sort of bump or disruption. Something might force you to go in a different direction, or either way, something's going to force you out of your comfort zone. Yeah, it seems like just as you feel kind of calm, there's going to be a sense of urgency, or you're going to be thrusted in a new situation. In love, something looks like love at first sight, having like these intense flood of emotions rushing out all of a sudden, breaking the ice with somebody. Maybe there's been some sort of attraction between two people, and then one of you finally does something uncomfortable by breaking the ice, and then there's like a flood of conversation coming out. Yeah. Ultimately, either way, I feel like, there is going to be some sudden shift in your perspective, or your literal travels. Like you were traveling in one direction, and all of a sudden you have to go a different route. It seems like outside forces are intervening your life. You also might be startled out of your sleep. I even see like suddenly becoming popular. Yeah, just, and that also could make you uncomfortable, especially if you're quiet or shy or you try to avoid the spotlight. Something could be going on where all of a sudden everyone's looking at you or talking to you, and that just makes you really uncomfortable. I'm also getting that something is being exposed. Something that maybe was supposed to be secret, it gets exposed. If someone was staying someplace private, maybe someone's location is exposed. Okay, yeah. Let me clarify some things. Now, there could be some sort of literal storm that you're having to travel through, or there's a storm in your area. Also, be careful in regards to any plumbing, because if you've been ignoring anything going on in your home, it could be that a pipe burst. So another thing I see happening is someone who's been meditating or trying to manifest something. The manifestation just like happens almost instantly. And you might be like, dang, like my manifestation skills are like strong. So something could happen where you just started trying to manifest something and already it happens. It could be that you finally figured out what method of manifestation works for you, and that's why it works so quickly. Or maybe you've been doing something for a while and then finally but the way it happens, it just seems like overnight. But maybe you've been manifesting something for a long time. If you deal with a lot of anxiety, you might be trying to meditate to bring peace. You also could have been sitting on a decision or sitting on an opportunity. Either this opportunity will be snatched from you because you just sat on it, or the outside forces will intervene and make this decision for you. Maybe you're like, I'm not ready. And then the universe is like, you're ready. Like, wake up or act now. So you have to do something. It is possible that you suddenly have an abundance of something, or a settlement comes through, or some money that's owed to you. Like it just comes out of nowhere. Or maybe you applied for something, you forgot about it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, where is this coming from? Like, oh yeah, I did fill out those settlement papers, or I forgot I had this coming to me. Some of you are being guided back to your past. It could be like if you're looking for a job, something guides you back to the old place that you used to work at. You could suddenly be moving back to where you grew up, or someplace you used to live. You could be guided back to someone from your past, even if it's not necessarily an ex, just someone that you've encountered before. And if it is being guided to someone new, you guys knew each other in the past life. Yeah, some of you are being guided to a soulmate. I feel that you're going to try and fight against it though. Also in love, there could be something competitive going on. Maybe multiple people competing for your attention. Also, you could be going after something that is competitive. Like maybe it's a competitive job, or you're competing for an apartment or a house that everyone wants. Someone who is shy is having to step outside of their comfort zone to get to know you, or vice versa. There's also the possibility that someone was trying to keep a professional relationship. They were trying to keep things professional, or someone's trying to be very reserved, but they can't hold back anymore. I feel like either way, you're going to learn something new. A new piece of information is going to be revealed to you. Definitely seems like competition in the job market. Several people competing for the same position or promotion. But I feel like something is being offered to you because it's meant for you. You might get scared of something because you're like, oh, it's so competitive. But it's like, no, if this is for you, don't worry about that. Just trust the whole process. I feel like at times you trust the process and then you get scared. Also, I feel like you're needing to be prepared for uncomfortable changes in your life. It's like you've been waiting for this, but when it happens, it's still like a shock. Someone has been struggling with commitment issues, but at the same time, they're being thrusted into a position where they're just like, but I want to commit to this person, but I don't like commitment, but I want commitment with them. It's like a conflict. You also could be someone who is seen as a mediator or someone who's able to resolve conflict. I feel like you're also fighting against some sort of advice that's being given to you. Like someone is advising you to do something, but you're like struggling with it, or vice versa. Now, it does look like there could be something going on where if something maybe feels unrequited. Either that or someone is finding themselves lovesick. You also, yeah, I don't know. It seems like you might potentially walk away from some sort of offer or opportunity. Health wise, there could be either someone is having a hangover or someone is experiencing some sort of deficiency. Okay, so things could be revealed to you about a person, several people. Like you find out the truth about several people and how they feel about you. It could be good or bad. You could find all of these people have something against you, or you could find, like I said, with the competitive energy, several people are interested in you. If someone was trying to hide their feelings for you, they might likely become exposed. I feel like someone is also resistant towards someone's magic, especially candle burning. If someone is trying to burn a candle to make you have some type of feelings towards them, you're probably really resistant to whatever they're doing, or vice versa. If you're the one trying to work on somebody, it doesn't seem like it's working. It also seems like something could potentially backfire. Um, something could go opposite of what was intended. Like maybe you were trying to get rid of somebody and you end up liking them even more. Or maybe you were trying to attract somebody but end up being repulsed by them. So I don't know, something could backfire. Now, it could be exposed to you that certain people who you trusted end up, maybe these people aren't really your enemies, or you just find out some sort of truth to these people. Mm, hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of feel that anything that has been a false reality will fall apart, and only like the truth is going to be left standing. I honestly can't really tell if this is good or bad. It depends on your situation. All I can say is just be prepared for the unexpected. Something is just either being exposed, or there's going to be a disruption to your routine. You're going to be thrown off because of something that you come to the realization of, or just some sort of shocking revelation or surprised. All right, so hopefully this works. Not works, helps, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.